You ready to go outside? Oh, me too. Me too. Let's go. Hey, it's time for a garden update for Alabama Organic Gardening. So why don't you come on and we'll check out what's been going on the past couple weeks. So the tomato plants that we planted several weeks ago have finally matured and gotten bigger, and they're doing pretty well. I had some trouble with hardening them off, and I was a little too hasty. I'm sure some of you have probably encountered that. So let me show you the damage that was caused by the sunburn and the windburn they got from me putting them out too early. They do look fairly good now. We just had a big storm come through and I left them outside in their peat pots, so they're kind of ragged right now, but I'm sure they'll spring back in just a day or two. So let's take a look at them. Alright, so here's one here, and this one actually looks pretty good. You can see just a little bit of damage, sunburn right there. The lighter color is sunburn, but overall these are doing pretty well. These are my peppers. Of course, I found that they were pretty hardy to the hardening off process. They didn't get near as damaged as the tomatoes did. These are Fatale peppers here, 1, 2, 3 right here, and you can see that this one is probably not going to make it. These two are pretty slow growers, and you can see the wind and the sunburn damage right here, as well as this one. But all the other, these are California Wonder Peppers. They're doing well. They're a little leggy still, but I'm going to transplant those into the larger peat pots like the tomatoes are in, and hopefully that'll solve the legginess. Over here we've got the rest of my tomatoes. You can still see a little bit of sunburn on these, but they're hardening off. All the new leaves that have come up are just fine. So I'm going to put these in the ground hopefully this weekend if the weather will cooperate. We had over 5 inches of rain last night. Big storm system moved through the state, central Alabama, and really dumped some water on us. Luna slept through it like a champ, of course, and I was up worried the whole time. The backyard flooded, the garden area flooded, so I'll show you that damage in a second. But we also have some potatoes that have been planted that I want to show you guys where I planted them and how I planted them. And we also have the Smart Pot giveaway. I haven't forgotten about that. I already have a winner, and I do want to congratulate Blake Kirby on winning the Smart Pot. I'm a big fan of Blake's. I'm really overjoyed that he got the Smart Pot, that he won that. I had about 11 people enter the contest, or just the giveaway, and I just did a random number generator, put everyone in an Excel spreadsheet, and out popped number 3, and it happened to be Blake Kirby. So congratulations, Blake Kirby. I admire what you do in your farm and involving your family in the production of your videos and everything. So congrats. Private message me. I'll get your info and I'll just have it shipped directly to you. No problem. Let's take a look at how I planted the potatoes, and then we'll take a look at our onions and our muscadine vines. We have 4 muscadine vines that are coming out finally and showing some signs of life, which I'm really happy about because I wasn't sure that they would make it through this tough winter, and they did. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so here's the Smart Pot container where I planted the potatoes. I have organic potatoes. I forgot the variety. I'll list that in the description below. But I bought them from Seed Savers Exchange. But basically what I did was, this is a 10-gallon container, the same one that Blake Kirby just won. But I rolled down the sides and I put about a 3-inch layer of compost and organic gardening soil in the bottom. Put my potatoes, spuds going up, pointed up, and then I covered them up with the rest of the compost and everything. Made sure the soil was really light, and so far they haven't sprouted out yet, but that was about a week ago, so I'm hoping that any day now that'll happen. So there it is. There's the Smart Pot container, and then over here you see this area here. I also planted the rest of my potatoes there, And strangely enough, we have 2 volunteer potatoes, one right here and one right here. I'll get up close to those. You can see it right there, and right, where is it? Right about right here. Those came up, and I was really surprised to see those, and really happy. So those are from last year, the ones that didn't get destroyed by whatever bug was eating on my potatoes. And here's my muscadine vines. Let's see, you can see those buds on there, man. Those are, I'm really excited about that. Some trash on there. But you can see it right there. I don't know if you guys can see it good enough, but they are showing some signs of life. There's another vine, and here's my last vine. It's got a leaf coming out right there. So these 2 over here are the Creek variety, and these 2 are the Izon variety from Izon's nursery. Highly recommend those. Onions are doing well. Look at those babies grow. They are loving all the water that all the rain that we've been getting. I mean, they are thick. They're just big onions, so I'm really happy about those. And I do have a question about this. If you guys know anything about it, I'm sure you do. Do I need to trim the tops off these a little bit? Because some of them are kind of laying over. Some of that is because they're so big and the weight is just carrying them over. And some of that is also just the storms from last night kind of blew them over. So if weight's an issue, do I need to top these a little bit, maybe halfway down? And of course I could eat the greens. So just let me know in the comments what your suggestion is, or if I just should leave it alone. And finally, here is the greens bed. Luna's done a good job of staying out of it, but you can see right here a little row goes all the way down, coming up, sprouting away. And here's my radishes here, all the way down. And this part of the bed got washed out, and all of the water carried all that material right there. That's leaves and stuff. So I'll have to do some work on the bed before I plant my tomatoes this weekend. All right. So let's take a look at the teepee trellis over there. All right, so here's the teepee trellis. You can see that no peas are coming up yet at the base of that trellis, and I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like I dug the seeds up and they had not, it looks like they had germinated a little bit, but they had rotted. So I don't know if there was too much moisture, if they got, if it was too cold for them, too early. But the variety is the Mayflower bean from Seed Savers Exchange. So if anyone has any experience with that variety, let me know. I'm really hoping, I went ahead and reseeded this past weekend, this past Saturday, 2 days ago. So I'm hoping that they will come on up. And you can see here my Kentucky Wonderbush beans. Man, they are going off like crazy. Every one of them germinated. I didn't have one that didn't germinate, which is awesome. This one was first. You can see that guy. He is sprouting new leaves. This one came up the other day. And this one came up. Here's some broccoli, Romanesco broccoli. And I planted some more around here. So hopefully that'll do well and not get shaded out by the beans. But you can see the beans just coming up like crazy. So I'll probably have to thin those out a little bit. They're bush beans, so I've never grown those before. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm totally open to suggestions. So I'll probably, after these get going a little bit, I'll probably put some more compost down for them. So that's it. We're just praying and hoping that those beans germinate. Oh, and over here we have our those radishes that were so leggy. And I almost tore them out of the ground, but I went ahead and let them grow, and some of them are doing really well. Probably won't eat the roots, but I will definitely eat the greens. So that's why they live. So I think they probably feel a little lucky. They should. This one actually has a good bulb at the bottom. I wouldn't say good, but it's there. So I may get something out of that. All right, that's all I've got for you. That was a good tour. So my plans next are just to continue developing the soil in the garden, get everything cleaned up from the storm we had. Got some damage in the front yard too that I got to deal with, and some drainage issues. But I got to build some trellis for the cucumbers and the melons, and get sunflowers and pumpkins and squash and cucumbers, everything in the ground. So we've got a frost coming this Thursday. Hopefully that'll be the last one for good for this year. I hope so anyway. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for keeping up with everything. And for those of you who entered into the contest or the giveaway, thank you for entering. We'll do another one soon. Blake Kirby, go ahead and message me your info by private message. And congratulations to you, sir. I can't wait to see what you do with that 10-gallon Smart Pot container. So we'll end today with a little trick from Luna. Hey, Lou. You ready? Go. There you go. I hope you saw that. If you didn't, she caught it in midair after a bounce. Anyway, God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day.